Hello, my name is Theresa Salinas, and I serve Edgewood ISD of San Antonio as the Chief of Staff. We are in a place right now in Edgewood ISD where we are looking at all of the practices that we're engaging in across the district, both in academics and operations. We're really looking at moving towards key performance indicators. We are looking at ensuring that we are taking the most cost-effective measures that lead to the greatest student outcomes. I think one of the goals that we have is to ensure that while we know we have to continue to cut costs due to declining enrollment and all those other factors, that the one thing that we safeguard through all of this is service to students. And so they're our primary focus, and they will continue to be. We are at a place where we are really looking at data to validate all of our investments, right? Data with not just instructional resources, but also the systems that we're putting in place. And so the network has really helped the district be able to think through what are the different kinds of data that we really need to look at to ensure that we're painting the right picture, that we have enough information and people at the table. I think one of the most valuable things that has come for our district with regard to the network is breaking down silos, being able to collaborate differently. When I think about what we looked like before the SSROI process, the thing that comes to mind is silos. Everyone working really hard in their own little bubble, right? Trying to reach their own goals. When I think about what we've done through this work is we've developed stronger, more collaborative relationships. I can honestly say that I have a great relationship now, and I know people at a different level than I used to, because I understand what they value and why they value it. So this process really forces you to get to look at people differently. It forces you to have a different conversation. And so when we're talking about, I'm the person in academics that wants to buy this $500,000 program, and you have the federal programs guy saying, but why? You already have these other two programs. When you start to understand what drives that conversation on the other side of it and what it feels like to be the other person on the other side of that conversation, I think that you come to a win-win situation when you're able to really start unpacking those things differently. And I think when everybody adopts the common language around return on investment, it changes the game. As project sponsor, and for districts that are really thinking about doing this work, it is a great place to be. I have thoroughly enjoyed this role when I first saw it, and the team over here at ERS is really great with templates and checklist and to-do list, and they can whip that out in 2 minutes, and it might feel overwhelming, but what's been really great about this is I had everything I needed to be successful. And they really did most of the heavy lifting, so to speak, because we did our work on our end, but the team was constantly churning it around, reviewing our information, and then getting back to us with questions and things that we might want to consider. So it's just been a great process. For districts that are considering doing this, I would say that it is a game changer. This has changed the way that we think about each other in the organization. I mentioned earlier, it's broken down silos, and most importantly, it's helped us build stronger relationships. We shouldn't have to tiptoe over questions that we have, and in this business, we can't afford just to operate in our own lane. We're all responsible for student outcomes, and going through this work has really been the perfect opportunity for us to start somewhere that we all had a common goal around.